Okay, in this last section, I want to talk about some of the other factors associated with septic systems that we haven't covered yet, and just have them be on your radar. Again, the goal here is to be able to serve your clients better. Input of non-digestibles, we kind of talked about that, the tampons, the grease, the paper, where you have those sorts of things, and your client is buying this property, you want to know about that, because if you see them in the tank, especially if that sludge pile is high, you know that the leach field might also have those things, which means you might have a failing leach field. So input of non-digestibles. Temperatures can vary what's going on down in the leach or the septic system. Obviously, if you got warmer temperatures, the bacteria is going to be more active. If you've got a system that maybe we're talking North Dakota and it's -20 outside, or maybe we're talking Logan and it's -10 outside, and you've got a long period of time where this water is going to be very cold, of course the chemical reactions are going to be much slower, and so you can have more failures during the winter because of those sorts of a reason. Again, usage is kind of obvious. More input is going to require more work to be done inside that tank. You want the work to be done by the time that goes out into the leach field. Leach field capacity, sometimes you'll have one short leg, sometimes you'll have many longer legs. Again, this is going to be something that will be engineered, and you'll want to find out where that is. I do find that from my experience, in many cases a home will be bought or sold knowing that there is a septic system, but having no idea where any of the parts of that system are. And nobody, for example, the tank will not be visible. It'll usually be covered up, even the manhole, and you just don't know where that is. And then when things start to go badly, maybe the leach field fails and the sewage starts backing up, and maybe it's 3 to 5 years later after your buyers buy this place, they start calling you and asking you in an angry tone, where's my, what do I do about my sewage? And you, of course, will have no answers, and then you start wondering if you're going to get another call from the lawyers. So you want to have these things on your radar. Maintenance. Some of them, again, if they're small and it's cold and it's a large family, that's going to be maintenance every few years. Others can be 10 years or more, and the best way to find out is for the family to live there, I'm going to say 5 to 7 or 8 years, and then have it serviced, and then based on what the guy sees at that time, he can recommend a maintenance schedule, whether that's 5 years or 10 years or whatever it is for that family. Additives. The research shows that there's really not much that's been proven to work. You got to start the system with some additives, but if maybe it's Christmas and you go from having 1 or 2 bodies in the house to having 30, obviously there's going to be a lot more load placed on that system, and you can try to add those additives, but based on the research I've found, it's not necessarily proven to work. So feel free to give it a try, but it may or may not be functional. I hope that this training on septic systems and private well systems has been helpful to you. As I mentioned in the beginning, you will probably sell 1 or 2 homes in your career at least, or you might sell a couple hundred depending on where you are. But it's something that I feel that you need to know in order to serve your clients well. If you have any questions, you can go to the website. I have also on Master Your Mansion, I have similar sort of information for homeowners, and you can get more information there as well. I appreciate having you on board.